Good morning. Are you guys ready? Get water, a towel, and weights, light, medium, and heavy, and a band. And we are good to go. I think Anne was supposed to join us, but I think we're ready. So we'll start. You're going to turn and face the right side of your room and take your feet far apart and have your toes pointed in slightly, just ever so slightly. Take your hands to your hips. You're going to push your booty back, hollow out the stomach, and start to pull down really slowly. So we're trying to loosen up the back of the legs. And your toes are just in a tiny bit. Once you've pulled it down as far as it's comfortable, start to slowly come back up again. And you want to try to keep that spine nice and long. So booty back, tummy in, coming down really slow. And we're trying now to keep our spine long. So I'm not rounding my upper back. Booty back. So we're carrying all the weight in the back of the feet. And let's just do this one more time. This time around, we're going to stay down. There's Anne. Good morning. Okay, we're going to stay down. Let the hands come to the floor. Now you're going to round your upper back and you're going to relax your head. So just hang out where it feels good. Now I want you to drift your body forward into the toes. So your hips are moving forward. More weight in the hands. And then drift it back. And let's get our arms really long here. So walk them out, fingertips only on the floor. And now you're going to get that little tug of war going. So you're pulling those hips back. You're not falling because you've got those hands on the floor kind of digging in a little bit. Big stretch here for your lats. And now walk the hands back in, fold again. So the top of the head is just hovering above the floor. Now from here, we're going to inhale, extend to a flat back. So you're back on your fingers. Now one hand at a time to your waist. Lift with a proud chest. Come back up. Nice. Okay, walk your feet together. Turn and face forward. I'm going to have you do a little balance challenge while we loosen up. So left knee up, clasp the fingers and hug it in. Try to relax the right foot. If you need to hold on to a chair, grab a chair or a counter or whatever's handy. Now let's start circling the ankle. Circle your foot, I mean, not the ankle. Go the other way. And now just point and flex. Nice. Okay, let's do the same on the opposite side. Right knee comes in, stand nice and tall. Right? We don't want to be drooping into this left hip. We want to be lifting upward. Get your knee in nice and close. Now circle the foot. Great job. Change the direction. Anytime you bring a little movement into balance, it makes it a little bit harder, which of course is our objective, right? Okay, release that foot. Now we're going to take the feet to the width of the mat. You're going to keep your hands on your hips, booty back, tummy in. You're just going to come halfway down. Keep your hands on your thighs just above the knee. So once you feel a little tug in the back of the legs, and you think you're halfway down, take the left arm forward and then join it with the right. Try to reach the arms nice and long as you drift your hips backwards. Now come up slowly. You're going to keep the arms fully extended. You're going to come up nice and slow, reach for the ceiling. And then arms by your side. Do it again. Hands just above the knees, come down halfway. Left arm out, right arm out, booty back. And then slowly bring it back up. Reach for the ceiling. And one last time. Left arm out, right arm out. And reach it back up. Nice, bring your feet together. Get the arms really long. Now, all the way down, full fold, you're gonna look through your knees, unweight your upper body. Now, try to equally weight both feet. So if you feel the body loading one side, try to get it as equal as you can in this fold. Now, as we add movement to the fold, I want you to equally weight both feet still. So inhale, extend, flat back. Slow, reverse swan dive, back up. Did you do it? Flip the palms. Get really tall here. You want to bring length to the spinal column. Nice, slow swan dive back down. Equal weight in both feet. Look through your knees. Unweight your upper body. Inhale, extend, look up. Slow reverse swan dive back up. Flip the palms. Take the hands backwards. Whoops, you saw me shift a little bit there. Try to be nice and balanced through both feet. Arms pull back and reach them. Try to touch the sides of the room. Move them back. Get a really big proud chest. Now bring them up. And we're going to do that nice, slow swan dive all the way back down. Nice and slow, booty back. Now from here, as soon as you get your fingertips down on the floor, I want you to lower the booty into a little squat here. Keep your fingers on the floor. And if you want to, you can squeeze your knees. And then straighten those legs. Let your head go so you just look through your knees. And now lower, little squat. And back to a straight leg. And one last time. Squat it down. Hands to the floor, walk it out to plank. Make it a great version. This plank. So your legs are straight, you're pushing those heels back, your hips are up in line with your back, your tummy is in and your shoulders are over your wrists. Now let's lower the knees to the floor, walk your wrists in now so they're under the shoulders. You're going to round your back, look at your knees. Just hold this. Little stretch for the low back. Drop into your shoulders, take your gaze forward. Now you got a big arch in the spine, but you're still pulling in the stomach. Round your back, relax the head, look at your knees. Now this time, drift your hips backwards towards the heels, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 inches, and then hold in that spot. Hopefully you're feeling this a little more towards the upper glutes. Come back forward, sink into the shoulders, take your gaze forward. Hollow out that belly. Okay, one last time. Round the back, look at your knees. So you're pushing away from the floor, but you're not locking out the elbow. Drift the hips backwards, maybe even a little more than you did last time. And maybe slide the palms forward a little bit. Giving your lats a little bit of attention here. We're going to hold this for maybe 3 or 4 more breaths. Okay, come back up onto all fours. So make sure your knees are right underneath your hips. We're going to lift up off the floor, waking up the belly, and then lower back down. And lift back up. and lower back down and lift back up. Nice. Okay. Staying down on your mat, we're going to start out our weights with tricep kickbacks. So you're going to be in your quadruped position. So grab your weights, whatever you do for a kickback. So get the toes tucked under again. So if you look at me from the side, I've got my toes tucked. So I feel nice and stable. My knees are hip width apart. And I've got the weight starting off in my right arm. So let's get the elbow up. And now extend the arm straight and bring it back. Straighten it and back. Now make sure you're pulling in the stomach. And you know, this isn't about swinging the weight. I want you to control it and be the boss, even when you're lowering it. You want to add a little bit of resistance to that move. Keep your elbow up. And now switch to the other side. Little break in that right elbow, right? You don't want to lock out. Get that left elbow nice and high. Keep your chest proud. Oh, there's so much to do. So much to think about. Make sure your neck is long. Very important. Don't drop the face. Okay, let's switch again. Back to that other arm. Get it going. Make sure you're not going too quickly. I want you to add that resistance when you're bringing it down. It's also really important to not squeeze that weight. It's not going to do you any good. You want to keep a really loose grip, just enough that you don't drop it. Focus is really the tricep. Okay, switch again. And it's perfectly normal to have one side perform a little better than the other. But that's why it's really good to do one weight at a time, because it gives you an opportunity to analyze what's going on with that muscle and control it and build strength equally. Okay, last round, switch. And if you're not feeling anything going on in the back of the arm, hold it out fully extended for a little bit before you bring it in. You should feel really challenged at this point. Switch. Keep your chest proud. And if you're not bringing your glutes to the party, it's not a bad idea. Three more if you can. Okay, that was done for me. Okay, let's get up. Get off of our knees, shake out your legs. Pick up heavier ones. We're going to work our legs and shoulders and biceps all together. So 10s or 15s, whatever you have that's heavy. Left foot forward, right leg back. Get up on the toes on your back foot. Now, I don't have my feet so far spread apart that I feel unbalanced. So make sure you're in a good spot. Weights by your side. The front leg just has a little bend in it. Start to hinge, but keep your spine long. Now, while you're here, give me a row. Come back up while you hold that row. Right arm up and then left. Come back down, holding the row. And then release it. Arms extend fully down. Row, squeeze between those shoulder blades. Come up. Right arm left arm. And fold down again. And extend the arms. Give me that row. Come back up. Do your best to not let the right heel get to the floor. Back to your row. Back up. And right and left. Nice. Fold again. Lower the arms. Give me that row. Come back up. Right arm. And left. Come on back down. Now, let the arms fully extend. Give me 10 rows. Your upper body is just parallel to the floor. Get off that heel in the back. Come back up. Shoulders are you've got the weights by the shoulders. Right arm, left arm. Whoops. Nice and high on that back foot. Nice job. Keep it going. One more on each side. Now, let the arms fully extend. Step your back foot in. Take the other one back. Nice. So we got the weights at the shoulders. We're going to fold. You're going to fully extend the arm. Give me that row. Come back up. One press and then the other. Fold. Whoops. Extend. Row and come back up. Whew. So much different on this side for me. Nice job. And if you need a little reprieve, you can always do this with your feet hip width apart instead of in a split lunge position. Try not to use those toes, right? You want to be weighting the back of that foot, especially on the way up. Great job. We're getting there. Woo. And the second side is always a little harder because we're already tired from the first side. Stay strong. We got this. We're going to do one more of these and then we'll do the 10 rows down below. So this is your last one. Come back up. Press each shoulder. Come back down. Give me 10 rows. Spine is long. You're on the toes only on the back foot, which means most of your weight is in that right leg. Come back up. Start the shoulder presses. Nice. Here's your last one. Great job. Put these weights down. Woo. Shake out your grip, your fingers. Come on down to the mat. Quick sit. So no weights. We're going to give our hands a little break. Grab your band. It goes around your feet. We're going to work our outer hips. Why not? So lying all the way down, Pilates style, coming down, C-curve the spine. Go down nice and slowly. Nice. Okay, legs up. Head is relaxed on the floor. Open out as wide as you can, and then come back together. No holds right now. Open out and back together. Now, when we bring them back together, we're creating that resistance we were doing with the tricep kickbacks. You're doing it here. So you're the boss of this band. When you don't do a hold, you got to really focus on, am I really opening out as wide as possible? So don't start closing them until you've asked that question. Now, 3 more, and we add a hold. Okay, hold it out. Give me a little pulse out an inch, in an inch. Switch up the positioning of the heels. Maybe move them forward a little. Hold them out as wide as you can, just hold. Okay, keep the band, but pull your knees into the chest. Little reprieve. You're gonna rock and roll up. You're gonna keep the band, come up to a standing position. So little balance challenge. We're gonna stand on our left leg with the band exactly where it was. And you're gonna just come onto that left leg and pulse the right leg out an inch, in an inch. And it's obviously okay to lean a little bit to counterbalance. Now do the same on the opposite side. Try to move it as best you can. Switch legs. Now this one, take this foot and move it back. So now you really are working your butt. And switch. So I'm pushing that leg backwards. Or not 100% backwards, on a little bit of like an angle. Probably hard to see. Okay, switch again. Keep working the butt. You got that foot going out on that angle. And switch. Okay, keep the band around your feet. Pick up your heavy weights. We're going to do some bicep curls. Just keep the band. Take your feet a little wider than hip width. Curl one side and then the other. Again, try to be nice and steady when you're lowering the arm. We're not over gripping. We're going to add a little squat to this. Coming up. Just warming up these biceps. So you don't let the elbow pull forward. When you do a bicep, you keep the elbow, that part of the arm, shoulder to elbow, nice and quiet. That's how you really isolate the bicep. Okay, both hands down. Give me a little squat with your weights. Come back up to a hammer curl. So your palms are facing each other. Booty back, squat, and hammer. Do 5 more like this. So it's all about getting that butt down and not dropping your face. Because that's not going to help you. That's just going to make you round your back. Okay, back to bicep curls. Both together this time. We're only doing 8. Stay nice and proud through the shoulders and chest. Work with good posture. We have 3 more, I think. 3 sounds good. 2 and 1. Now arms by your side. Just squat down 8 times, no curls, but all the weight goes to the back of the body. Got a little balance work coming our way. Woohoo! Okay, put the weights down. Get rid of the band. Now we're going to start with no weights, hands to heart. You can clasp your fingers together. You're on your left leg. Right toes are on the floor to start. Engage the back leg, get it straight. Start your hip hinge. So just till you're parallel to the floor, and then come back up slowly. But to make it easy to begin, we're going to switch legs. So you do 1 nice and slow on each side. Keep your hands right at your heart. I don't want you to use your arms to help you balance. Makes it harder. Now, if that back leg is floating, and you know what I mean by that. If there's a bend in the knee and the muscle is not connected, it's going to make this even harder for you. So it's all about what? It's all about bringing more muscle to the party. That's what it's all about. It's so funny how, unless we're looking at ourselves in a mirror, sometimes we think we're doing it, but we're really not. So that's why I like to remind you. Okay, on this next one, I'm going to have you pick up your heavy weights. You're just going to hold them by your side. You're on the left leg. We're going to come down, same hinge point, and then you're just going to come back up and switch legs. So try not to cheat this. Try to see if you can get your entire body completely parallel to the floor without, here's the key, without lifting your hip up. You want both hips at the same height when you come down. Now, as we add on to this, if at any point the weights become too much, just put the weights down, bring your hands back to your heart, and do this without weights. We have 1 more on each side, and then we're going to add on. Make sure you're coming up nice and slow and in control. Don't be in a hurry. Okay, here's the add-on. Get ready for it. You're on your left leg. Your right leg goes back. You hinge down, right to the point that your body's parallel to the floor. Once you get there, you're going to do toe taps. So the right toes are going to come touch the floor, and you're going to lift the leg back up. Do 8 toe taps where you're working this left side. Back leg needs to be really long. Whew. Okay. How fun was that? Other side. Try to get your body parallel to the floor with your hips square, then start your taps. And come back up. Whew, okay. Little rest for these legs. What do you say? Push-up time. We haven't done push-ups in a little bit, so we're gonna start out with 20. You got this, right? Easy peasy, but make them great. You ready? Go, 20. Don't drop your face, it's your chest that's going down. And don't let your hips fall. Okay. Oh, how awesome was that? Not so awesome. Okay, come on your butt. Whew. Grab a sip of water if you need it. I do. Okay, we're doing a little Pilates hold. So extend the legs straight down on your mat. Arms out, you're gonna roll it down. Suck in the belly. Come down nice and slow. Once you're down, take your legs up towards the ceiling. Now, before you lower your legs, lift your head up and let your chin tuck just above the chest. Now take the arms out and try to get into that crunch position where you're lifting the shoulder blades up. Then straighten the legs out, lower them, and pump the arms. Keep your chin tucked and your belly in. So you're just looking through your legs, keeping that tummy down, pumping your arms, 10 more seconds. And if you need a reprieve, the legs go back up. You can lift those shoulder blades right up off the floor. Go for it. Okay. Oh, pull the knees in. Little gentle rock side to side. Make a little circle. Why not? Give yourself some love. Change directions. Nice. Bend your legs, feet on the floor. Arms up, palms face each other. Your wrists are right over your shoulders. Your legs are bent with your feet on the floor. The bigger the bend you have in your legs, the harder it is to sit up. So you be the judge of your positioning before you start. Head lifts, you're in that crunch. Arms come forward to help you come up. Try to keep it nice and slow. Now roll over those sit bones. Spine is long. Now C-curve it, come back down slow. Try to keep the feet on the floor. Wrists over shoulders. Relax for a second. Then lift the head. Hollow out the belly. And roll yourself back up. And do it again. Try to keep your feet on the floor if you can. You know you can always wrap a towel around your hammies if you need a little help. Make sure you're coming all the way up to a fully extended spine. Okay, straighten out your legs, roll it forward. You're going to round your back. This is a stretch. Enjoy it. I like to have my heels in the corners of the mat
There's room for my upper body to get between my legs. Maybe your forearms down. Whatever kind of feels good here, but pull in the stomach. You gotta be the boss. Tell it what to do. Otherwise, it just wants to do nothing. Take a few more big, deep breaths here. Okay, walk it back up. Pilates style, legs extended this time, roll it down, suck in the belly. Wrists over shoulders. Head lifts, come back up. Now reach the arms for the ceiling. So you're really, really, really reaching now, C curve. Tuck in the belly, roll back down. Do this 2 more times. Lift up. Reach for the sky. Ooh, long spine. And C curve. And 1 more. The whole key is not letting the belly pop out. Roll forward. How good does that feel? Try to inch those hands as far away as you can. This time we're going to have the arms nice and long. Little lat stretch. Nice. Okay. Grab your band again. 1 more round of this outer hip work for our butt. This is such a good exercise. Hopefully we're all progressing, getting a bigger stretch out. So this time we take it out and hold it. 3 counts, like 3, 2, 1. Come back together slowly. Release the band completely. Take it back out steady. And hold. 3, 2, 1. Bring it in nice and slow and in control. Show these hips who's boss, right? Open out wide, fold, breathe. And close it. And open. Even wider. 3, 2, 1. Close. You have 3 more, that's it. We're going to hold 5 counts on these last 3. So get it as wide as you can. 5 count hold. Bring it together. Now on these last 2, point your toes in towards each other as you open out. Hold it. You might not get as wide, and that's okay. We're just switching up the angle. Hold it, hold it. Close it. This last one, do the opposite. Open the toes out, and then try to open those legs. Hold it, 5 counts. And bring it back together. Get rid of the band. Nice job. Okay. We're going to do a full body stretch. So extend your legs all the way out and the arms all the way back. So you're reaching. Point those toes. Nice. Now bring the arms up. And by your side, they're on the floor. Your palms are facing down. The left leg is going to stay down along the floor. Just lift the right heel an inch off the floor. Just 1 inch and hold. Feel your right side body working to do that. Hold that. And you know, your lower back doesn't have to be peeled to the floor. I've definitely got a natural arch, so mine is not. That's where it feels best for me. You decide how you want to position your back. Now with this right leg just above the floor, I want you to make a tiny circle.
Just a little one. Your foot's flexed. Now get rid of the circle. Just hold. Go the other way. Change the direction of the circle. It's not big. And it's not speedy fast. I want you to pay attention to the muscles that you're using. Now just hold the leg. Push the heel away from you. Push it, push it, push it. In slow motion, lift this leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Nice and slow. Now you're pushing the heel to the ceiling, right? Keep pushing the heel out and lower back down in slow motion. It's great work for your hip and your hip flexor, your quad, and relax the foot all the way to the floor. Release all the muscles in the legs, roll your feet in and out. And we're going to do the same on the left leg. So start out with your feet hip width apart, get nice and flat on your shoulder blades, get comfy. Now flex both feet, lift your left foot just off the floor. Just a tiny bit. Push the heel out. Nice, now make a tiny circle. Slowly, not fast. Hold it still. Change your direction. Tiny and slow is the name of the game here. Now hold it still, push the heel out. Should feel that quad doing a lot of work just to support the leg in this position. Now in slow motion, start to lift it up. That's your hip flexor doing the work. Lift it up and take it as far back as you can, keeping that right calf on the floor. Press the heel to the sky. Slow motion, bring it back down. Push the heel out. You can make this easy or you can make it challenging. It's a choice. Now release it to the floor. Slide your right heel along the mat, pull it in. Bring the left one in. We're going to do some pelvic tilts here. So to begin, your lower back is not on the floor. You're going to roll the pelvis up and connect your lower back to the floor. Now you're going to go the opposite way. This is a very slow and controlled move also. Roll it down. Create that big space between the low back and the floor. Roll it up. While you do this, I want you to keep the belly pushing down. Don't just say, oh, gravity's doing it for me, I can chill. No, you be the boss. Roll it down, now roll it up. We're doing this one more time each way, nice and slow. This is a great little exercise you can do on your own. Okay, now come back to a neutral spine, slide your legs back out. Take those arms all the way back. I want you to spread your fingers wide, reach the hands back behind you, but open them. Open your hands wide, so they're not shoulder width. You're actually making like a Y with your body. Spread your fingers, let the thumbs just hover above the floor. Little work for the arms. Point your toes. Now bring the arms back up so your wrists are over your shoulder. Now lift your head, tuck your chin, hollow out the belly, roll it up. Open your legs, dive through them. Last time in this stretch. Nice, easy breathing in and out through the nose. And walk it back up. Bring the legs together, shake them out. We're going to come up onto our toes. So nice and high on the toes, just hang out here just for a sec. I know we all have places to go, people to meet, and things to do. You gotta give yourself a little love for showing up and getting it done. Okay, hips up. Forward fold. Unweight the upper body. Straighten out the legs. Now take a few deep breaths. One hand at a time above the knees, come up to a standing position. Nice, squeeze your glutes, reach up, big stretch. And I thank you so much for your power and strength. Good job, guys. Woohoo!